I'm being a rebel today with my comfortable house shoes on, but they're not as crisp and clean as the other ones that I have, but I digress. What I'm going to talk about today is trusting the universe and how it's hard to trust the universe when it's something actively attacking you. Whether it's a physical person, etherical person, because you cannot see that person or not. It's hard to trust the universe. It just is. And sometimes it's like, oh my God, I had did something, right? And I went and ordered, and I was literally down to the last thing, the last dollar, the last cent that I could muster up to get me something that I needed. And I needed this thing. And I had made another audio about decalcification. And this is the perfect example of needing every single tool that you can actually muster up and find. Far as decalcification, we were all supposed to come in here with decalcified mind. I'm going to be a little selfish here and say I was supposed to come in here with a decalcified brain, body, and everything else because it was going to be needed. It just was. There was going to be no way around the neediness of the decalcification. I was not going to be able to get around it. I was going to need to have my mind decalcified. That's what I was going to require. Because in this such, let's say, it appears like it's small, right? But depending on what I'm going through or what you may be going through, something would appear bigger than what it actually seems. And so I wanted this thing bad. I did. I wanted it and I need it. I need it. And I thought it was something bigger, right? I thought that, hey, I don't really need to look at the ounces every single time that I purchase something. I don't need to do that. And yet, something so small could trigger something so large. So I'm thinking I'm getting a proper bottle. That's what I was thinking. I was going to get a proper bottle. But I ended up with this. This this is the advertisement. That big. It looks big. But move it back, I can see that it's small as heck. What am I going to do with this? Use it twice and it's done. But that is not what I wanted. And it'll go down and into the thing of, why don't I get things that I want? Something is always going wrong, going this way, going that way. And when you know that something can, in fact, agitate you and your life is supposed to be better, right? You can't go from knowing that to thinking something else. Once you go down that rabbit hole and know that it's supposed to be better than what it is, there is no going back. And once you identify the cause and the reason why certain things occur and appear and your state of being and interruptions, then no, you're not going to listen to the shenanigans. You're not going to listen to, you just got to trust the universe. I did trust the universe, and this is what I got. I got this. it appears small. And I'm not talking about this, right? The small thing. But it appears as though this is just one incident when in fact it's not. I have been let down several times when it comes to the universe. There are tons of stories that I can tell that doesn't add up to trusting the universe. You trust the universe when the universe has proven itself to you that it is going to provide. And I'm no longer making excuses for that. I'm not doing that anymore. What I'm doing, it almost seems like I'm looking out for myself. And I know sometimes when it comes to you guys, you're looking out for yourself. So trust only comes when it has been proven. Things have to let us know that we can trust them before it's just given. And the universe is no different. It is no different. And right now, amen, trusting the universe. Nah, I'll put my hands in it a little, and guess what? I'll guide the universe to what I need and what I want. And I see that in this life, I did not come prepared. I'm just going to be open enough to say that I didn't come prepared. I was supposed to come prepared. Right? I came in this life as though I was the fool from the tarot and ended up being the hermit. But I thought I was going to be the king or the empress by the time it was over with. No, I ended up being the hermit. And I know it's somebody that can relate. I don't care if they can or they can't. I know that that's my story. That is mine. I was so giddy about my life. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to do some past life regressions on this audio and say that I was giddy about my life. I was giddy about the way that I thought things was going to go, right? Because when you come here, I think that you have a little bit of preparation. Maybe you can prepare a little bit. Well, I was ill prepared, and I wonder who I spoke to about coming. If that's the case, it goes with all those other audios that I made in regards to that series about the gods and the entrapment and all that stuff. You can check that out on the channel. But trusting the universe is kind of hard to trust the universe when things seem to actually keep on moving in a negative direction. And some of those small things add up to numerous things of happenings. And then you let it go and you don't say anything because, hey, you're supposed to trust the universe. Trust the universe. No, it starts surmounting. It keeps surmounting, and then it makes your brow comes up to you starting to watch what's actually happening and what's actually occurring. And I know it feels like I'm venting on here, but the first thing that I thought about that came through on my own mind, in my own mind, was to share it because someone may be feeling and going through the same thing. That trust is kind of hard when stuff keeps on happening. It just really is. It's not easy to trust when things continuously happen in your life. It's hard to say trust the universe. No, it's not supposed to be that. Did you know that you're supposed to be happy? You were supposed to come to this world and be happy every moment? Wow, what? That's what a traveler life is supposed to be. When you're not happy, you're supposed to be able to exit. When you're not happy, you're supposed to be able to move to another place where you can be happy. You're not supposed to have to tolerate the things that you are tolerating. I don't care what video you have watched, what person you have spoken to. You are supposed to be happy every single moment as a traveler. Are you a traveler? I'm going to pause, and I'm going to pause as though you are answering me yes. Are you a traveler? Then you are supposed to be happy every moment. No excuses. And the universe doesn't get a free pass.